everybody? I want to welcome you back to Knicks Deli. I'm your host, Shia. If this is your first time here at Knicks Deli, this isn't the full Knicks Deli. This is going to be the Deli Run. I wanted to just kind of chime in, tap in with everybody, and just talk a little bit about All-Star Weekend, man. All-Star Weekend is upon us. Right now, many of the activities are already completed. We are waiting for tonight's game. It's a little bit of a different format. Let's see how it works, man. I just don't, they got to do something, man, because over the past few years, with the lack of competitive nature in these games, the commissioner's at a loss. The commissioner's at this point where he's like, I got to do something different. Y'all ain't doing it. Y'all are not choosing to compete at a high level against each other. So I got to shake it up to try to figure it out. So we'll see how it works. But there are many advantages to where we are. Right now, the New York Knicks have 2 all-star starters that are going to be in tonight's game. And that's the dope part. We're the only team with 2 starters in it starting for the All-Star game this weekend. So, needless to say, New York as a brand is back on the map. New York as a brand is absolutely back on the map. But something that I want to just kind of point out, which is a benefit. And I want to shout out to my guy, Knicks Recap, as well. Always do a tremendous job. Go check out his channel. But I see that he kind of alluded to it a little bit as well, because they have some footage of just our All-Stars engaging with the rest of the All-Stars this weekend, particularly Jokic and Cat. Cat played in the Western Conference, and Jokic are friendly as well. So that type of behind the scenes, you see Cat and Trae Young saying a few nice things about the team and the fans, so like that's what you look for. When we were in our losing spell, when we were a losing franchise and it was tough to get out of our own way, there were generations of players, young players, who really did, it was cool to disrespect the Knicks. And that would prevent those young players who grew up into NBA professional players. It would prevent them from even looking at New York as an option. So now that we've turned things around, and we are really starting to do our thing and be a steady championship contending team, we got a star point guard and a star center, and we got a great team, good coach, identity, all that. Now, these All-Star games mean more, because we used to sit in the back seat and just get mad when we hear that, when a Dwayne Wade or Chris Bosh started deciding they want to play together. It started after small conversations at the All-Star weekend. This is the one time that those high-level stars would have an opportunity to just sit down and be like, man, we played good out there together. What if? Those seeds could be planted. You need as many of those opportunities to pop up as possible. That's why I was flabbergasted. I was excited when Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, they were selected to Team USA. And they had an opportunity to play with Anthony Edwards, so that you get a chance for those star players who admire each other's games to have an idea what their personalities are like. And for themselves to be like, if their situation doesn't work out, maybe I'll go over here with my guy over here, and I know we will have good chemistry. So just as an aside, man, that conversation is taking place. That's why I like the exposure. Multi-level benefits to the All-Star game. First and foremost, possible free agent discussions taking place now. My deal is up in 5 years, maybe I'll come to New York. My deal is up in 3 years, maybe I'll come to New York. I like that. I like that component to the game. Next up is just the exposure, international exposure. You got Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns. That international, that more global exposure got them elected. But now they get a chance to be put on display, so we can have it cemented. So, man, those are the benefits, man. I look forward to seeing how we come through in the game. You always want our guys to win. It'll be dope. We didn't win any of the 3-point contest, but we were in it. So once again, that's exposure. And if one of our guys could get MVP of this game, man, That'll be dope. That would be dope. But needless to say, that is one of the benefits. All-Star Weekend. Just happy that we made it. Happy that the other members of the team get a chance to rest, get a break, heal up a little bit. And I'm just happy to see our guys really embrace and enjoy the other stars. We're part of the room now. Before we were like Squidward on the outside looking inside the house. And it really does signal an end to the old era of LeBron, KD, Harden, all those boys. That you got a lot of young faces or new faces that are starting to get in the fold as well. So I'm actually looking forward to tonight's game. Definitely want to see how we perform. And man, just happy that we are in the mix. We in the room now. Knicks fans can hold our heads high, knowing that we got a high level, respectable organization and players who are representing us. Shout out to Kat, shout out to JB, shout out to all of the All-Stars. What say you? Keep this in mind. Same thing applies to life that applies to our team. If there's no struggle, there's no progress. And remember this, real world, YouTube streets, everybody eats. I'm your boy Sheer. I'm out. Peace.